defense and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Breaks
into the open. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. Nice. Shargi took it back for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The give to the back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The play action fake. Over the middle, it's Burns. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Jukes his way for more. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the option. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Using the quick game. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the route.
Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop for the return at about the 28-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on fourth down. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. He leaves it with his back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Finds his tight end. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Moffitt. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
From the red zone, it's Burrell.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line? You're doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Turning it on. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Snaps it in the shotgun. Buying some time. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Mississippi State. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Through the sticks, it's Thomas. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Under fire. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the back. Sweet cut there. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the catch. It's Maka. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Still running at the 40. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks are on the move. Using his legs, it's Burrell. Picks up the first down. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Right back to the well. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get... It's picked off, and that's number 10. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They go to the ground. There he goes. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this. Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big...
Scores on the sneak.
And, man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a 4th down situation and held him so many times, and, man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality, and they pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game, and got the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Wants to go up top. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Nittany Lions lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try to sneak it. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Those are the kind of plays in the 2nd half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we've got to show him things are about to be different.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. Hard running there.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Out of the shotgun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Caught in the backfield, it's Hayes. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Rush is on him. That's caught. It's Denmark. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Wants to throw it. It's complete to the right. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Gets it to the back. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Brought down at the 2-yard line and just a couple of steps away from the pick six.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. A quarterback sneak on second down. I've got to think somebody got confused on the play call. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him.
After getting 4 sacks last game, this defense really is trying to create an identity as being one of the better pass rushing units in the entire country. Haven't really seen that, though, in this game so far until that last play. Now, let's see how that affects the rest of this game.
The Ducks will punt this one away. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They bring the punter onto the field now. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Burns. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
He's going to take... Oh, he's got some space. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He'll set up to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Hayes. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. To the air on second down. Firing to the right, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. They're working that left side. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement.